Hello everyone, it's Lindsay, and today I have an unboxing of the newest Purpose Driven Essentials box for you guys. This is my second attempt to film this. I was almost done and then the UPS guy showed up and my dogs went nuts and I couldn't edit it out. So we're gonna go through this again. If you're not familiar with Purpose Driven Essentials, I will have them linked down below. That is an affiliate link, but there's also a coupon code down there for you guys. And they are a family-run business that produces these custom boxes each month. And so they have two different options. They have, this is the mini Inspire kit, and then they have a bigger box that's more family oriented. So the bigger family box has like movies and devotionals and board games and things like that. This one's more geared towards Bible journaling or faith journaling. But if you're not a Bible journaler or a faith journaler, I'd still push you to take a look at these boxes because there are some great items in here that anybody can use, and these are also great for gift giving. So I think that the value is definitely there. They pack these full of so many products, and it's actually a very good price point for how much stuff you get in here. So let's dive in. First off, the box came all packaged together because this book is a part of the box, but it doesn't fit in the box. So let's take a look at this first. This is the new book from Crossway. This is Sing a New Song, A Woman's Guide to the Psalms, and I am so excited to dive into this book. And basically what it does is it goes through each one of the Psalms and kind of breaks it apart, gives you some information about it, who wrote it, when it was written, why it was written, kind of the theme of it, some attributes of God that are presented in that psalm. And so I just think this is awesome, and it breaks down each and every psalm. I know the psalms are very popular for Bible journalers, and we journal a lot of verses in there, but I think it's very important to understand why the psalm was written and kind of the context of it. And so this is going to kind of dive into that a little bit and kind of help you work through that, but also give you maybe a resource for some of those themes when you're having a difficult time, maybe not as bad as David did, but having a difficult time, you'll be able to find exactly what psalm kind of goes along with that. And so you can kind of page mark, take notes, do all of that in here. So I am super excited to work through this book, and it is hardbound. So the retail value is $22.99. So the book alone is almost the entire cost of the kit. So that right there just goes to show you what kind of value is in here. If this is not something you'd be interested in, the great thing is that you can pick it apart and kind of gift give some of the products that are in here. But I am excited to work through this book. So let's look through the rest of the box and everything that is in here. Let me start with kind of the paperwork so you'll kind of understand what the theme is of the box. So this month they included a little card that reminds everybody to join their Facebook group. So Purpose Driven Community, I'll have it linked down below. And this would be a great place just to kind of see how other people are using their boxes, ask questions, give tips, share projects, and just kind of build a community of people, believers who are using similar products, and I don't know, just love on each other, pray for each other. I just think that these Facebook groups are so valuable in the faith community. And so here's one that you can join together with Purpose Driven Essentials. So I will have that link down below. You also get the packing list. So here's a really quick at-glance look of everything that's included in the box, and you can see there is quite a bit in here for us to go through, so I'm excited to show that to you. You get a note from Purpose Driven Essentials. This just kind of gives you the purpose of Purpose Driven Essentials and what their heart is behind their kits and what it is that they do, and so that just kind of gives you an overview of the kit. This one here is a fun kind of story that goes along with the box. So it talks about the theme and why they picked certain products, and here they talk about that they just got back from a missions trip to Guatemala, and so they actually did include some items personalized from their Guatemalan trip, which I absolutely love, and just kind of share some of the things that they were able to do on that mission trip. And then they go into the different products and how they kind of play into the kit. And the theme of this kit, it says, is a bit of praise, worship, and rejoicing starting in the Crossway's new book. So it's all about praise, worship, and rejoicing. And so it's going to be kind of a music theme, which I love. So there is that. And then you also get a business card, usually from the food item. And one thing I really love about Purpose Driven Essentials is that they partner with smaller companies to bring products to you. So they do have some bigger companies like Faber-Castell, you know, some of those big brands that we know and recognize, but they also partner with some mom and pop type places, some Etsy shops, things like that, and really help to bring attention to some of those smaller stores, which I think is awesome. It really gives you an opportunity to test out some different products from places that you may not have even known about. So the treat this month is from Athene Oats, and this is small batch granola made in California. I love that. And so here's some information about their shop. I will link that down below. So if you're interested in ordering some more goodies, you can. And so I love that they do that. So on that note, each month's box includes some kind of little treat, which I think is so creative and fun. It's not something that you see in any of these other kind of Bible journaling boxes or anything like that. And so you've got a fun treat to eat while you're Bible journaling. Mine don't even usually last the day. That's why I have to film these unboxings as soon as this lands on my doorstep, because I am food motivated and instantly dive into whatever treat is in here. So you do get this pretty good size container of granola, and these are usually like pretty good samples of their product, so I like that. So you've got that. Each box usually comes with some kind of art product, and I have to say this box has got to be hands down my favorite box out of all the ones that I've received. They do send these to me for free for review, and I do have affiliate links, but I always give you guys my honest opinions, and I don't show these a whole lot on my channel just because I have so much product on my desk that I'm trying to get through in a month, but I do pick these apart and use the products and love them, and I think this is my favorite box. And so each month they do include an art supply. So we've seen Neocolor 2 crayons, we've seen colored pencils, we've seen water brushes. This month they've included a Faber-Castell big brush pen, and I think this is awesome. This is a great way to try out products that are maybe new to you, that you know, especially these pens are usually $5 or $6 a piece, so they are kind of an investment, and so it may be something that you want to try before you go out and buy a whole bunch of them. And I was excited because this manganese violet is actually one of the few colors that I do not have already, so it'll be great to add into my collection. If you're not familiar with these are a brush tip marker, and they are filled with India ink. So India ink is permanent once it's dry, but the unique thing about these is they can be used in your journaling Bibles and they don't bleed through. So if you are using a darker color and go over, you know, several times, you may get some bleed through, but typically you don't have these bleeding through. And they are archival safe and all that goodness. It's so funny, my stepsister just got married this last weekend, and she had a journaling Bible on the table for people to highlight and write little notes in. And so my dad had gone and bought these like obnoxiously bright orange colored pencils to highlight, and I was like, no Dad, I have these in my purse. I had some of the smaller Faber-Castell Pit Artist pens and pulled them out and put those down. I'm like, no, these are way better for highlighting, and they're not obnoxiously bright orange highlighter colors. So they are great for using for Bible journaling. And I do have a Tip Tuesday video, I will link it down below, all about these markers and different ways to use them and just information about them. So check out that video if you're not familiar with these markers. You also get some Clippies, and I believe these were all created by Purpose Driven Essentials. So you've got this one here that has a little charm that says soul, and then it also has a little punched out tab. So even if you're not a Bible journaler, these would be great just for marking your spot in your Bible. And then you've got this tab out of music paper that you can use as you Bible journal, so that's super cute. And then you have this one here, a little fabric clippy with the music note fabric, so fun. And then it does also have, I believe this is like a clear sticker, little music note sticker. And those are produced by Purpose Driven Essentials. I love it says journaling tidbits. That's so cute. Little of this, little of that keeps the creativity flowing. So they just have such a cute, I don't know, they're just so cute and personable. I love that. So you've got that. This I am super excited about. So I've already taken it out of the plastic, but this is a junk journal, and this is from Lynette. She is Cheaply Chic. She has a YouTube channel and an Etsy shop. I'll link those down below. And so this is awesome. If you are not familiar with a junk journal, I can just say from personal experience, there is so much blood, sweat, and tears that goes into making these. They seem kind of simple on the outside, but I've put one together before, and there's just a lot of time that goes into these. And so this alone just blows me away that this gal, Lynette, had to have made tons and tons of these for these boxes. So these are, like I said, a junk journal. And so what these usually are, what they usually include are a variety of different papers, usually like old papers. You can distress papers. I can see here that she's done some distressing on some of the papers, but a variety of different kind of vintage pieces. This has some vintage hymnal paper. This paper is really awesome. It's fun and textured and has some like color variants, little pockets and envelopes. And so there's all these different paper things in here. And so if you're not familiar with these, you can use these in a variety of ways. So you can use these for art journaling. That's how a lot of people use them. And so just maybe to get some of your creative juices flowing and get that out onto paper as you work through the devotional content, especially if you're not somebody who is into Bible journaling necessarily. This would be a great way to still play with art products and still to creatively work through Bible verses, but you can do that in here. You could also use this for memory documenting. So if you wanted to document pictures and, you know, do some mixed media type effects around the picture and have some journaling. And so these different textures and different papers just kind of give you a leaping off point to kind of play around and add things. You can even just use this to take notes. So maybe you just want to take, you know, sermon notes as you work through a sermon series, and there's plenty of blank pages to do that. It's all hand stitched and sewn together. Again, plenty of these hymnal papers, and each one of these is going to be different, and that's what's kind of fun about junk journals, is that each one's going to be unique and different and, you know, handmade. I love this. This is so awesome. So that is really fun to work through. It's got some lace details, some stitching. I mean, I can just appreciate how much work went into these. Is just awesome. So this is fun, and it's a great way to play and explore with this type of project without actually having to take the time to put one of these together, because they are pretty labor intensive. And so if you're kind of put off by that, there are shops like this one that make these already for you, and then you can just order it and play in it. That way you're not having to make them yourselves. So I love that. I'll have her information linked down below for you guys. You do get a CD, and this month you get Light Up the Sky from the Afters. My kids are gonna be so excited. My boys won backstage passes to meet the Afters a few years ago, and they got to like bottle flip and play games with them, and it was so awesome for them. They are obsessed with the Afters, and so this is actually a CD that we don't have, so they're gonna love that. And this is a great way, if you're new to the whole Christian music scene, to get some exposure to Christian music and kind of hear a variety, and they're usually new CDs, and so you just kind of get to taste a little bit of Christian music and how different it is now than it was even 10 years ago. And if it's not something that's your thing or you don't enjoy it, you can always gift this to somebody else, and be a great way to kind of just put some worship music into somebody else's life. So I love that. Or just turn it on and listen to it while you're working through the devotional content. So this is a good one there. You've got the devotional that's put on by Purpose Driven Essentials. This one's written by Hannah Thomas. It says a series of 7 devotions about discovering aspects of God through songs of praise. So again, all about praise and worship. And so there's different themes. So there's a different theme, and then they usually have a suggested song that goes with that theme. And then a verse to study, and then some prompt questions. So you've got plenty of room that you could respond to these questions and prompts in this booklet, on the back side or underneath it, but you could also take that in and kind of respond to it in the junk journal or in a journaling Bible. And you know, it's 7 sessions, but it's a few pages per devotional session. So you've got plenty of content in there. It is spiral bound and has a clear cover. So it is handmade and produced in-house, but it is good quality. So I like that they do that. So you've got that. This is new for them. I'm loving seeing all the unique things that Purpose Driven Essentials themselves are producing. So this month you get a stencil, and I love what it says on here. It says, "Not perfect, just forgiven. Please do not expect perfection. We're a small family operation doing our best with what we have to offer." So cute. So you've got this music note stencil. I also have a Tip Tuesday, I'll link it down below, talking all about stencils and tips and tricks and different ways to use them and different products to use through them. So check that out. But this will be fun to use for your backgrounds in your Bible journaling as you work through the kit. So I love that they include that. And stencils can be very expensive. Stencils can be anywhere from a couple dollars to like over $10 depending on the company and the stencil. So this is awesome that they include that. You get the little bag this month, has this red gingham, super cute. So you could stuff some goodies in here to work through as you work through the devotional and have everything together, or use this as gift giving. So stick a couple things in there and then gift give to somebody. I like that they include that. And there's still more, guys. There is some raw honey sticks from Reed's Gourmet. So you could either just eat it or put it on a sandwich or put it in your tea or, you know, something like that. I love raw honey. We have lots of raw honey. Actually, the people across the street from us have a company where they produce raw honey. And so our yard is always covered in bees, but this is awesome. So you get some of that. You get this necklace, which is this rose gold, super pretty. And it has this little music note heart charm. But I love that it's rose gold, so totally on trend. I'll probably break out because my skin is ridiculously sensitive and it's way more posh than my lifestyle. But that is very cute. And then you get this little doll. So this, they wrote about in the paperwork that this is from Guatemala and it's got a little magnet on it. And so just to kind of remind you to pray for the group that they worked with in Guatemala and just pray over that missionary group. And I think that's such a great idea, and just how fun to have something so unique thrown in there. So I love that. So that is everything in the box. Like I said, there is just tons and tons of stuff. Such a great value this month. Like I said, one of my favorite boxes. I will have everything linked down below that I can link. I will link to the box down below. Again, that is an affiliate link, so I do get a commission from that. So thank you ahead of time for that. And there should be a discount code down there for you guys as well. And these kits, the way they usually do them is they prefer for you to order ahead of time. So I believe that they will have some of the August kits still available that you can order, but they typically want you at this point to be ordering for September already. So just keep that in mind. That's how their business model is kind of set up. That way they know how much to produce. So you should be able to still get a few of these August kits and then jump in and order for September. And it's a surprise. You don't know what's gonna be in the box next month, but all the ones I've had are chock full of goodies, and I could use 90% of what's in the box. So I think it's definitely worth it. So check that out. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave those down below for me. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy these unboxings. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. Click on that bell button so you don't miss any future videos. And until next time, thank you so much. Bye-bye.